Isn't it simple? We've each got what the other needs. Money and freedom. What are you getting at? You help me get out, and I'll help you.
Well, Rebecca, what if I got caught?
Marlene? Marlene! Come on.
She's too smart for me. She changed over the cups.
Oh, damn.
Oh, hi. I'm Rob Summer. How come we didn't meet in the rec room?
Let's just say I don't like crowds. Especially that crowd.
Oh, well, that's even nice enough, bunch. Actually, once they got me going on my kids, I couldn't stop.
Today.
Oh, talk about away with the pixies. Get her into bed. For God's sake. Oh. Well. Your friend's a little sleepy, is she?
Did you want something?
Yes, I found this lying around and thought it might belong to old, what's her name?
You mean Dot?
Right. Couldn't think of anyone else who might use it.
Yeah, what's going on? What's the matter with Warren?
Oh, she was a bit tired, Mrs. M. We thought we'd give her an early night.
Yeah, you know, she's always tearing around. She's worn herself out.
Well, she's not going to get any rest with you all watching her, is she? What have you done?
Oh, I was getting something out of my locker and I caught it on a coat hanger accidentally.
Well, it looks pretty nasty.
Just a scratch.
Well, I think perhaps Sister Hall better look at it.
No need for that. I'm a nurse, remember?
Not anymore. Come along. You'll probably need a tetanus.
Anything you say, Mrs. Morris. Sweet dreams, pet.
Caught it on a coat hanger?
Have you heard how Heather is?
Yeah, I rang her a couple of hours ago. Oh, she seems to be okay, apart from a bit of a bump on the head.
Thank heavens for that. I appreciate what she was trying to do, but it wasn't worth the risk.
Miss Heather sounds like she's on a real ego trip.
You don't know her. So I suggest you refrain from comments like that.
Sorry, I spoke.
Heather means a lot to you, doesn't she?
I think she's quite a girl.
Be careful. You know how the women can use situations like that.
Oh, don't worry. Heather's strictly a principled professional lady who's oblivious to... I'll take your cup.
I would have given it further down.
Would you now?
What about some painkillers, sister? Diagesics would do the trick.
I'll decide what's best for you. Would you sign the drug register, please, Mrs. Morris?
Sure.
Oh, Dot, here. Want this?
That's the one I was looking for. Where'd you find it?
Bev found it. She said she thought you might want it.
Will you hang on a minute, Jude? I just want a cardie. Will you walk us to the rec room?
Yes, no worries.
This time I'm a bit nervous after all that's been going on.
What is it? What's wrong?
It's blood, Jude. She's done someone in for sure.
Don't be so stupid, Dot. Oh, my God, it is blood, isn't it?
Oh, she's chopped someone up and hidden them in my locker.
Calm down now. Just calm down. I'm going to look inside here, okay? Just look inside. See?
Well, where'd she put it then? All that blood don't come from nowhere.
Well, it's probably someone just trying to frighten you, that's all.
Yeah. Like someone tried to frighten Marlene and Bobby.
What's going on?
Oh.
Why aren't you two in the rec room?
God, there is nothing in the rule book that says we have to be in the rec room on our own free time, is there?
Yes, well, I know that. I just want to know what you're doing here.
Well, it's murder. We're looking for a body.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Yeah, well, what do you call that, huh?
All right. Well, why don't we look for him?
Why don't we? Oh, my God.
My apologies, Gladys, for having to call you back, but there was no alternative.
What happens now?
Mrs. Morris and Mr. Cruikshank are locking women in the recreation room, and the police are on their way, so there's no cause for alarm.
No cause for alarm? Rob Summerton's just been murdered, and you say there's no cause for alarm?
The women will stay in the recreation room until the police have finished questioning them.
Pity we didn't do that in the first place.
Gladys, it's not Mrs. Reynolds' fault. They're not all murderers. Baker's disappeared. Dennis is looking for her.
Let's pray he finds her quickly. We could start our own newspaper the way things are going. I insist that none of you breathes a word of this to anyone on the outside. This is now an official police matter. Understand?
Is there anything we can do to help?
Baker's missing. We have to do a cell-to-cell search.
I'm not going out there with that murderess on the loose. You can't make me.
We'll split up into 2 groups. You'll be quite safe.
No, I just want to go home.
Like I say, we all stay and help out. If we're going to do this job, we may as well do it properly. Can't guarantee much in the way of expertise, though.
No expertise needed. It's just a matter of methodically searching the place.
Fine, well, we best get started then. Come on, Marion, there's work to be done. Unless you'd rather wait here on your own.
Oh, you should have seen him. His eyes were all wide and staring, just like them Frankenstein movies. Hey, Jude, if we'd had a camera, we could have made our own movie.
Yeah, you'd all have to have star billing.
We already got our own monster.
Yeah. I wonder where she is. Anybody notice Bev's not here?
Yeah, she's in the infirmary. You know, she stabbed her own hand.
Hey, what are we going to do with her if the cops start asking her questions? She doesn't even know where she is.
Just try and cover for her somehow. Steer the questioning away from her.
Could I have your attention for a moment, please?
It looks like we've lost Marion.
Go and find her. Right, I suppose you all know why you've been assembled here.
Well, you can't hide a body in this place for long.
The police are going to want to question all of you, so we're going to have to keep you locked in here for the time being.
Do they know what killed him?
Not yet. Sister Hall said it was caused by an incision through the heart.
Mrs. Reynolds, may I have a word with you?
And I'm not staying here to be murdered too. Here, out the front, okay? 5 minutes. Ta. Bye. You can't make me stay, Mrs. Morris.
Mrs. Reynolds specifically asked you not to breathe a word of this to anyone on the outside.
It was only my mother. She's not going to run off to the newspapers if that's what you're worried about.
That's not the point. Mrs. Reynolds made the request in the interest of prison security.
Prison security? That's a joke.
If word of this does get out, you'll be held responsible. You realise that?
Bev gave it to me. She said she just found it lying around and asked me to give it back to Dot. So she would have wiped the blood off it, but now her fingerprints, mine, and Dot's will be on it.
We leave that to the police. Forensic could still find traces of blood on
Yeah,
it.
well, we didn't touch that coat hanger, so that could be vital evidence, couldn't it?
Yes, all right, Judy, thank you.
Yeah.
We'll leave it to the police from now on.
Do we have to leave him in there like that?
Yes, we do. Nothing can be touched until the police arrive.
That's awful. And the worst thing is thinking that she's still lurking around somewhere.
Perhaps we ought to check the toilet. She might have doubled back on us.
Okay.
Yes.
Playing hide and seek, eh? What exactly did you find?
Did you kill Rob Summerton?
Huh? Was that his name?
Why?
Oh, that's the game. The unsuspecting. There's no fun in being faced by the enemy.
We'd better get her up to solitary.
Come on, Bacon.
Dennis!
Take it easy,
What was in that?
Nothing. Prison air. Oh, nobody's going to put me away to rot by myself. There's no fun in that. I'll get a doctor. It's too late for that. It's only air.
No, but it's in her bloodstream now.
Can't stop a coronary. Final, ultimate high, eh, Judy? I don't have to wonder what death is like anymore. Because it's going to be...
Here we are, love. Something to keep your strength up.
Oh, Mum. I feel fine. I'm just angry that I wasn't successful in getting through.
Well, I'm jolly glad you didn't. To think you have to work alongside people who did this to you.
Mum, quiet.
We've just received word that a man has died at Wentworth Detention Centre. Police are investigating. We'll give you more details as they come to hand.
It couldn't be Dennis, darling.
But he was the only male warder.
I'm certain it's not him. He's too good at his job to let anyone hurt him.
Oh, Mum, I couldn't bear it if anything happened to him.
He's more than just a friend, isn't he?
Would you please see if you can get through to Wentworth for me? Just make sure he wasn't hurt.
I wonder if they've finished questioning Marion.
Well, asking for trouble, I reckon. Walking out like that. Say, are you feeling any better? You stop shaking?
Almost.
Look, it's all over. There was nothing any of us could have done to save poor Rob. It's finished. Over.
I'm gonna have nightmares for ages. You know the thing that really frightens me?
What?
Something that happened on my rounds the other day in the laundry. I think I'm very lucky to be alive.
Look, this has gone too far. The department has to be notified. We can't stay on here. Look at this child. And Marion's having a nervous breakdown.
Look, the danger's past, Gladys. We can't just pull up stakes and cop out at this stage.
Don't you think that a murderess who's run amok just might give the others ideas?
No, I don't.
Well, I'm not at all happy about the way things stand. I'm writing a full report to the department insisting that we be replaced. And I'm going to want both of your signatures as well.
Evening. Just thought I'd come over and deliver the good news.
Oh, strike's over, is it?
No, but things are looking pretty black for the department. Did you hear the news flash?
About the bloke being killed? Yeah.
I tried to phone Wentworth to find out who it was, but they weren't giving out any information. Do you know?
Young social worker by the name of Summerton. My source of information seems pretty certain he was murdered by that Baker woman.
Oh, a young man.
Apparently.
Can I get you a beer, Frank?
No, thanks, I can't stay. Thing is, this rather changes things. Puts the department exactly where we want them.
I'm not sure I follow you.
Well, the department's going to be breaking their neck to get this strike settled as soon as possible. Means we can go for broke. Means drawing up a new set of demands, though. So could you come over to the office and help me get stuck into some paperwork?
Couldn't they wait till the morning?
No. Got to strike while the iron's hot, if you'll pardon the pun.
I find your attitude in very poor taste, Frank. A young man has been killed, and all you can think of is that it gives us leverage over the department.
I've no time for delicacy, Joyce.
And what about the original reason for us going on strike? A prisoner's word being taken over that of an officer. Is that no longer relevant?
Joyce, there are wider issues at stake.
And you're saying that Joan Ferguson no longer matters?
She never has, really.
Well, perhaps not to you, but her dismissal is the original reason that the union voted to strike.
You're being a bit naive, Joyce. The important issues are better wages and better conditions. Surely you can see that.
All I can see is that the union's being unfair to both its members and the department.
Well, if you don't like it, you know what you can do. Plenty of others who will take over as union rep.
Good. Well, let them. Because I resign the position as of now.
Bloody typical, isn't it? Some excitement around here at last. An idiot bitch is here has to sleep through the lot.
I can't say I was excited, but I will admit to being relieved.
Did you actually see her carking it, Jude?
Oh, leave it, Marlene. I'll never forget it as long as I live. I'd love to have been there when she snuffed it. I'd love to have seen that.
Yeah, I would have liked to have asked her what it felt like.
I hope Lou didn't get any ideas from hanging around bloody Bev.
Bound to have got a lot of ideas, but she won't know what to do with them. Lou's one of those people that can only follow the mob.
Yeah, that's what surprised me about that. Miss Rogers, did you hear about the way she tried to take on the mob and break through the picket line?
It's stupid. You wouldn't catch me running through rocks to get in here.
Yeah, well, if she'd have made it, she might have stopped Bev from killing that Summit guy.
Yeah, then it could have been her body found under Dot's bed.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I'm glad it was him and not me who copped it.
That young man had a wife and twin baby girls, and they're all grieving for him. And all you can say is you're glad he's dead.
I only said I'm glad it was him and not me.
Dot. Look, love, we're all feeling a bit the same way. Bev was bound to kill sooner or later, and if it hadn't have been for the strike, it could have been one of us.
I don't know how we would have got through last night without your help. I wouldn't have blamed any of you for wanting to get as far away from Wentworth as possible. Thank you for staying.
I must say, Mrs. Reynolds, that you and Mrs. Morris and young Mr. Crookshank handled the whole affair most efficiently.
Thank you, Gladys.
It's certainly been an eye-opener for me, but I won't miss the place when it's all over.
I tend to agree. Marion was a disappointment.
So you know about that little press gallery outside?
You mean the 5,000 reporters clamoring at the gates for a story?
Yeah, well, I just wanted to assure you that none of us here leaked the story.
Mrs. Reynolds, is there any news on the strike yet? Not yet, but there's a meeting sometime today, so all we can do is hope that they come to some sort of agreement. Anyway, keep your fingers crossed. I'll let you know if anything happens.
You're a very dedicated person, Meg.
I like to think so.
I don't know how you manage to keep your cool all the time. Why, I haven't seen you flustered once since I've been here. You're amazing.
Suppose you'll be glad when the strike's over?
No, I'd be a liar if I said otherwise. Listen, Meg, when this is all over with, any chance of us getting to know each other better?
Well, I dare say our paths will cross again.
Maybe. But why don't we make sure of it? We can get together for a meal or something.
Well, at the moment, it's all I can do to stay awake.
Should I give you more time to think about it?
I really haven't got time to think about anything much at the moment. As a matter of fact, I just remembered something I should have done a couple of hours ago. Excuse me.
What do you mean the press are waiting for me downstairs? Why wasn't I told in advance?
Didn't have time. Look, I've spent half the night working on that statement. All you've got to do is read it. This murder means that we've got the department exactly where we want them. All they'll want to do is get the strike over with as quickly and quietly as possible. Get themselves out of the limelight.
The department must agree that the tragic killing of Mr. Summerton only highlights the need for increased wages and better working conditions. What the hell does any of this have to do with me?
Everything, Joan. Better working conditions for all prison officers. That's what we're aiming for.
You seem to be forgetting that I am not, at present, a prison officer. None of this affects me unless I get my job back.
We're working on that, Joan.
Oh, yes, I can see that. Would you care to show me where it says that my reinstatement is a condition of a return to work?
First, we settle the issues that affect all our members. Then, when that's out of the way, we work on the personal grievances.
You may call them personal grievances. I was under the impression that that's what all this is about.
It was, in a sense.
Bolton, I want my reinstatement at the head of your list of demands.
No.
Well, then I'll just have to go to the press, won't I? Tell them the truth. Union boss uses tragic death of young social worker for political ends. They'll just love that down at Trades Hall.
I don't give a damn if you read it or shove it up your jumper. And you can say what you bloody well like to the press. But whatever you do, comrade, bear in mind that we've blacklisted members before and we'll do it again if needs be.
If I do read it and still find myself out of a job?
Chance you'll have to take. If you read the list of demands exactly as they're written, I'll give you my guarantee the union will do everything it can to get you reinstated.
Oh, dear. Did I wake you up?
No, it's okay, Mum. I had to get up anyway.
Would you like some breakfast?
Oh, don't worry. I'll fix it myself.
Oh, you'll do nothing of the sort. Oh, by the way, Dennis phoned about an hour ago.
Why didn't you wake me?
Well, you were talking to him last night. There didn't seem to be any urgency. Dennis agreed. Why don't you go back to bed, love?
No, I'm awake now. I'm fine, really. It's just I'm bored out of my brain. I can't wait to get back to work.
Come and sit next to me for a minute.
What?
I want you to think seriously about giving up your job at the prison.
What?
Well, now that you've found a nice young man, it doesn't...
Mum, what's that got to do with me giving up my job?
It's such a dangerous job, darling.
Bill's a policeman. I don't see you telling him to chuck it in.
Well, Bill's a man.
So?
Dealing with criminals is no job for a woman.
Forget it, Mum. You've got to stop trying to organise my life for me. I'm a big girl now. I can make my own decisions.
While you're living under the same roof as me, I can't help but be concerned.
Well, maybe I'd better move out. Look, I don't want to. It's just that you've got to try and let me live my own life.
Mind my own business, is that what you mean?
No. Just try and understand that we don't always see things the same way.
Hanging in there?
Oh, I'm a tough old bird. And there's another one. Dot, aren't you talking to me?
Do we have something to talk about, Miss Frawley?
Why don't we bury the hatches, Dot? I'm willing to be friends if you are.
And what if I'm not?
I'm sorry about what happened yesterday. I suppose I'm just not used to dealing with prisoners. I tend to get on my high horse.
You know, that's a very good idea, Miss Frawley. Why don't you just get on your high horse and go galloping out of here? Do us all a favour.
I was trying to be friendly, Dot.
Yeah, well, don't bother.
However, it's becoming increasingly obvious that what you need is not sympathy, but a few lessons in common courtesy. A little gratitude to those who are doing their best to help you.
What the hell's she on about? How'd you expect me to talk to you when I don't understand a bloody word you say? But he can't even go to the bloody toilet in peace anymore.
I'm afraid the comedy of the situation escapes me, Philip.
Tea and toast. Ray insisted.
Excellent idea. After the night we've had.
Yes, well, no thanks to me. What? I mean, to turn my back on a prisoner in the infirmary of all the stupid, unthinking things to do.
I think it's called overworked and run down. Look, if she hadn't killed herself, it would have been one of the women.
How the department passed her as mentally sound in the first place is beyond me.
The department rang a couple of minutes ago.
And?
The unions agreed to return to work this afternoon.
On whose terms? The department's or the unions?
It seems as though they've come to an agreement about the major demands, the ones that Joan spelled out in her statement to the press. But the department says they're still bickering over the finer points.
I wonder whether Joan's reinstatement is one of those finer points.
Nothing we can do but wait and see. So, once again, thank you all.
I suppose we should be thanking you. We've gained valuable experience.
And I can't speak on behalf of the others, but I'd be prepared to stay around a day or two until things are back to normal.
Well, thanks, but I don't think the union would take too kindly to that.
Oh, yes, we're non-union labor now, aren't we?
Now, as for you two, you'll be rostered off for the rest of the day the minute the afternoon shift reports.
Well,
how about you, Mrs. Reynolds? You'll be off home too, won't you?
Oh, no, I'll stay around till things are back to normal. I think I'm beyond tiredness. How about going down to reception to relieve Rita?
Certainly.
Look, maybe you could help me with something, Meg. There's one of those prisoners I'd like to have a word with before I go. Do you think that might be possible?
Might be. Which one?
Bobby Mitchell.
Ah, yes, of course. You want to tell her about her mother's death, don't you?
Well, yes, if I think she's up to handling it. But basically, I just want her to trust me, you know. Then I might be able to help her.
Right, I'll see what I can do.
Great, I'd appreciate it. Say, have you had a chance to give any thought to our getting together for dinner sometime?
As a matter of fact, I have.
Good. What'll it be? Chinese? Italian?
I'm sorry, I can't, Philip.
Oh, really? I'm quite a nice bloke once you get to know me.
I've never doubted that. It's just that I had a bad experience a couple of months back, and I suppose I'm still getting over it.
Fair enough. So, when you feel that you're over it, if you want to, why don't you give me a call? No strings attached.
Thanks.
Hi. Where's Shane?
Oh, at the back. I think Nicky's trying to teach him some new tricks.
Anyone phoned from Wentworth?
I haven't left the house in case they did.
They will. Do you, see me on TV?
Yes, I did.
Well, what did you think?
Do you want the truth?
They say honesty's the best policy.
Well, it sounded to me as though Bolton had put words into your mouth.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
I can tell when your heart's not in it.
You're imagining things.
Oh, I don't think so. I've met the likes of Bolton before.
All right. I came to some sort of arrangement with Bolton.
Your side of the deal was to be Bolton's mouthpiece, and in return he makes sure that you get your job back.
Something like that.
Well, if that's the case, it's a bit odd that Wentworth haven't phoned yet.
I did the only thing I could do.
In that case, there's nothing further to be said.
No, I don't suppose there is. I'll get lunch.
I couldn't believe my luck when I found I was rostered on the first shift back. I feel like I haven't seen you for weeks.
Well, it must be a relief for you. And, You've got an added day's grace. I'm off home as soon as everybody's signed on.
I don't suppose they'll knock back the improved conditions.
Or pay. Hardly seems fair, does it?
I wanted to have a talk to you about something.
Important?
Yeah, well, you could say that. Oh, well, I guess it can wait.
How's morale?
Well, the women are fine. It's like a great cloud has lifted now that Baker's gone. I wish we could say the same for the officers. It's probably a good thing I'm not going to be around for a while. Give them a chance to cool down.
Yeah, well, what about me? I'm not exactly popular either.
Well, I'll tell you what you do. You go straight down to the infirmary and you get Sister to put a whacking great plaster on this wound of yours. And that way they feel too guilty to give you a hard time.
Yeah. Well, I might just do that.
Mind if I come in?
Can't stop you, can I?
Well, you could if you wanted. I haven't got any clout now that the strike is over.
Rack off then.
You really don't remember me, do you?
Well, of course I bloody remember you. You've been playing screw around here for the last few days.
Think back a couple of years. The guy with the beard down to here. Went by the name of Wolfman.
Of course it's bloody you. Jeez, I should have known by the accent.
Yes, well, some habits are hard to drop. You're not going to hold that against me, are you? I'm still an Aussie at heart.
You didn't do too well with me, did you? Hope you did better with the others.
You're still alive. Never had a habit, and you seem to be coping pretty well in here. It's better than I can say for most I tried to help.
They just must have been bigger deadbeats than me.
No. You just made of stronger stuff. Always had some respect for yourself.
Don't know about that. Didn't stop me ending up in here, did it?
Oh, hey. You're not feeling sorry for yourself, are you?
Me? Never.
You reckon you can cope with a bit of bad news?
What is it this time?
It's about your mother.
Yeah, well, she's been bad news ever since I can remember.
She died of cancer about 6 months ago. I didn't know where to find you to let you know.
Well, don't give yourself too hard a time over it. As far as I'm concerned, she's been dead for years.
Look, I know you've always cared, despite what you say. This is just one of those things you have to get sorted out inside yourself. And you've done that, you got friends that can help you.
I haven't got any bloody friends.
Arlene, Myra, Judy, me.
A lot of bloody good you are. Won't be coming back after today.
Look, I'd like to come back and visit you if you'll let me.
If you want. Yeah, I'd like it.
Hang in there, kid. I'll see you soon.
If you ask me, Reno was spinning us a load of bull when she said she didn't know if the freak would be back or not.
Yeah, I wondered about that.
I don't know. She's got no reason to lie. I reckon she would have told us if she'd known.
Jeez, they don't waste much time, do they? I counted 8 screws on the way here. Anybody think they work here or something?
You see the freak's ugly face, did you?
Nah, with her and the beast and Reb gone, we might get some peace and quiet round here.
Don't count your chickens. Reb will be back, you can bet on it.
Yeah, what if they sent the freak and Keen to Blackmore? That'd be something interesting, wouldn't it?
The evening paper, if you're interested.
Yeah, full of hysterical nonsense about the end of the strike, I dare say.
Front page news. Now, how about you take that milk out and put it in the fridge?
Okay. Oh. Do you just want to come outside? I taught Nicky a new trick.
Later on, old fellow. Now, off you go. And mix yourself a cold drink while you're out there.
Okay. Come on, fella.
Joan, I'm sorry if I sounded as though I was lecturing you earlier.
Sorry I lost my temper.
No, I was being very insensitive. I should have realised how upset you were.
Oh, I just feel as I've been walking a tightrope these past weeks. It just all seemed to get on top of me.
Well, don't let it. You've been incredibly strong to date. I'm very proud of you.
You were right, you know. Bolton used me.
I'm confident that you'll come out on top of the Boltons of this world. You just wait and see.
I hope so. Wait there. Hello. Yes. Oh, I see. Yes, that'll be fine. Good. Thank you very much. Solicitor's office. Shane's custody case has been set for next Friday.
Oh, I'm glad. You wanted a quick resolution?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I was thinking of pushing off on Friday morning.
Oh, but I thought you'd stay for a couple of weeks at least.
Well, you know what I think of guests who outstay their welcome.
Listen, if I had my way, you would live here. Please stay. I need you.
All right. I'll stay.
Well, once you've signed out, you become a normal person again.
You seem quite normal to me.
I feel as though I've been to a week-long party without the fun-filled memories.
Yeah, well, don't try and tell me it's got anything to do with age. I'd be snoring in the corner if I'd been through all this.
Come off it. You weren't exactly out of the wall yourself, you know.
Yeah, well, I felt guilty. It wasn't fair to leave you here coping by yourselves. I didn't achieve much, did I?
Well, see you again.
Okay.
Bye,
Philip.
ladies.
Nice-looking guy.
Yeah, he is.
Shouldn't you be home sleeping? All the troops are back now.
Yes, I guess so. Look, we've got a new admission coming in, Angela Adams. Now, I believe she needs the gentle touch, so could I leave that to you?
Yeah, no worries.
Right, I'll just go and get my things and I'll be off.
Okay. Angela Adams. Thank you. Here's the file. Thank you. Can you stand on that white line, please? Your name is Angela Adams, is that correct?
Yes.
You've been sentenced to 6 weeks imprisonment at Wentworth Detention Centre for forgery. Is that correct?
Yeah, but I didn't know I was doing anything wrong. Really, I didn't.
Well, that's not what the judge seemed to think.
My boyfriend made me do it. He said it was for friends who are away in the country.
She's travelling light. Don't think you'll have much trouble with this one. You make sure you keep away from that bloke when you get out. Okay?
Can I have your jewellery, please? I've got to take you to the showers. It's just one of those rules. Can you look after the desk for me, please?
It's not fair to lock me up. I didn't know I was doing anything wrong.
I suppose your boyfriend got off scot-free too, did he? Oh, look, 6 weeks isn't too long. Come on.
I'm not going to go in there. I'm frightened.
But nobody's going to hurt you. Come on.
Can I help you with anything?
Sister, I didn't see you there. I just brought in some books and magazines for Rebecca. I brought them from home.
She'll be pleased, I'm sure.
Yes. Well, I suppose we better take them up to her.
Come in. Mrs. Reynolds, this is Angela Adams. Mrs. Reynolds is a prison governor.
Hello, Mrs. Reynolds.
Hello, Angela. Take a seat. Miss Rogers has given you your book of regulations. Any questions? Anything you're not clear on?
The other women, they're going to know that I haven't really done anything wrong, aren't they? I mean, they'll know I'm not one of them.
They'll only know what you're willing to tell them. They're not all in here for murder and armed robbery, you know. Angela, when you say you've done nothing wrong, that's not strictly...
I didn't know it was wrong.
Your record shows that you've been on probation for car theft.
That was the same as this. My boyfriend told me the car belonged to one of his friends.
Do you always believe everything you're told?
Most of the time. I guess I must be pretty stupid, mustn't I?
Naive, perhaps.
The judge said he didn't think I was stupid. He said he didn't think anyone would be that stupid. But you see, I don't lie or be mean to anyone, so I don't expect them to do it to me.
I think the time's come for you to get your head out of the clouds and realise that these things do happen.
I've been trying. I really have.
Well, all you can do is keep on trying. Would you mind waiting outside, please, Angela, in the corridor? I think you'd better keep an eye on her for a while. See she doesn't get taken advantage of.
Yeah, she's certainly no match for the Kelly gang.
That's why I'm putting her in with Desmond. She can protect her. And perhaps teach her a bit of worldliness without the cynicism.
Well, I hope so. She's not going to last very long otherwise.
I've ever known. You all reckon you were record-breaking dancers a few days ago, and now you can't even remember who were the good dancers.
Will you stop going on about it? You should have kept a list or something.
I lost it. Oh, well, you can't expect me to do everything. We're just going to have another elimination bout.
I thought it was a load of crap before, Warren, and I still do. You're an idiot.
Well, that's you out. How about you, Jude? All hot to trot again?
Do I have any choice?
That's the spirit. Myra, Fox, I can count on you, can't I? Are you all right?
Yeah.
Well, we're mates, aren't we? I mean, you tell me if there was something wrong with me.
Maybe later when I've figured it out for myself.
Can I have your attention, please, ladies? This is Angela Adams. She'll be joining you for a while. Seeing she's your roommate, can you introduce her, please, Myra?
Yeah, sure. Hi, Myra Desmond. This is Judy Bryant.
Rabbit Warren, nice to meet you. Miss Rogers, did Mr. Cruikshank pass on our thanks for the sponsors?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, any chance of getting some more?
Yeah, I'm certain of it. How's practice session going?
Oh, good. Great.
Well, it better be. After all the trouble I've been to, I expect you to set a record or I'll be furious.
And this is Bobby. Oh, and the one who never stops talking. Her real name is Marlene. What do you like to be called? Angela or Angie?
Angela. That's what Mum used to call me.
Okay, and doesn't she call you Angel anymore, sweetheart?
Mum and Dad are dead. I suppose I'm an orphan. They died in an accident when I was 12, you see.
I see.
I didn't get to say goodbye to them or anything, because they'd sent me to Nana's that weekend. Nana passed on a couple of years ago. I've sort of been on my own since then.
That's the saddest story I ever heard in my life.
Well, don't you worry, love. You're not going to be on your own in this place.
Yeah, Jude'll take care of you.
Shut up, Lou.
She's been real lonely at night since Pixie left. Like some young and fresh, I'm told.
Will you leave it, please?
Bitch.
Good afternoon, Constable.
Oh, hello, Doctor.
I have to take this patient to radiology for tests.
Oh, that's funny.
Nobody mentioned it to me. Oh. Well, perhaps the constable you relieved forgot to tell you. Oh, could you give me a hand to get her out of bed, please?
Of course. I think I better get a nurse to help you, Doctor.
Don't be ridiculous. Come on, girl, I haven't got all day.
Oh, I'm sorry, Doctor, I can't do it. I'll go and get a nurse.
Stop.
Well, come on. What are you waiting for?
God's sake, Rebecca, what have I killed her?
One less copper in the world. Come on, get me out of here, will you?
Here we are. Home sweet home.
Yeah, Miss Rogers brought me down here when I first arrived.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, let's get you settled in. Here, you can have this side of the locker. Not that we have much to store.
Right. You're very kind.
Pass your stuff over. I'll hang it up for you.
You know, I was really scared when they first brought me in. I'm glad they put me in with someone like you.
There's a lot of people here you can trust, love. But there's also a lot of people to watch out for.
That Lou Kelly, is she one of them?
Yep. Not many brains, but a real troublemaker.
Judy seems very nice.
One of the best mates I've ever had.
What was it that Lou said that upset her so much? I didn't understand.
Well, I suppose you'll find out sooner or later. Judy's a lesbian. She's also one of the nicest people you could ever hope to meet.
Are you a lesbian?
No, love.
Well, who is this Pixie?
Oh, she was in here for a while. We all loved her, not just Judy. Look, love, she wouldn't force her attentions on anyone. So don't let the likes of Lou Kelly try and tell you otherwise.
Well, so long as she's a friend of yours, she's okay by me.
Nurse Simpson to emergency ward. Nurse Simpson, advance please emergency
Rebecca, can you walk? What? Can you walk? We'll never get out of here otherwise. Help me out.
Are you sure you want to go through with this? Stop snivelling, will you? You're going back inside for any bastard.
Sister! Sister Anderson!
Oh, I didn't think we'd do it. Haven't done anything yet. They're looking for us by now. Get the bloody car, will you? Go on!
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Good. Keep going. Judy!
Look at dancing with her. It's like dancing with an octopus.
Do you think you could take this a bit more seriously? It is a world record.
Okay, but get someone else to dance with her. I can't stand it anymore.
Nigel, how about you? Do you think you could...
Go on, give it a go.
Oh, look, you can't be any worse than her, okay? Go ahead. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What? For God's sake!
Didn't think I'd be back, did you?
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.